Okay, I know what you're thinking. Clicked on this video out of curiosity, like, what is he talking about? Dating a lesbian. You can't do that. They like women. That doesn't make any sense. I get it, bro. I get it. But this is not clickbait. This is some real shit. All right? Let me explain to you one of the differences between men and women when it comes to sexuality. Sexuality with women is and always will be a lot more fluid than sexuality with men. And there's two reasons for that. The first reason is there is a lot less societal pressure for women to conform to gender norms or gender stereotypes than there is for men. So a woman can hug a girl, kiss a girl, grab a girl's ass without it being looked at as anything more than playful. When with a man, there's serious homosexual implications. And the second reason is because women and men desire beauty. They both find other women attractive. A man can find a woman attractive and another woman can find that same woman attractive because both of us desire beauty. So what you'll find is that a lot of times women will be sexually attracted to other women because they are just the fairer sex. Now, to be clear, even though lesbians prefer women, you'll find that a large percentage of them will have sex with the right guy. Now, is this because they actually like men or they just like that guy specifically? That is actually a very complicated question and it really varies on the person, really. Some of them might actually secretly like men. Sometimes it's just that guy that does it for them. But at the end of the day, a larger percentage of lesbians than you are aware of have the capacity to have sex with men and also enjoy it. And because of that, today I'm going to be talking about the pros and the cons of being that man that this lesbian wants to fuck.
Let's get right into it.
The first pro of dating a lesbian: Virgin Mary. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, many men will have discovered this already, but you'll find that the average straight woman has a body count of 15 plus depending on her age. This causes an issue because the more men that a woman sleeps with, the less likely she is to be able to pair bond or have a long-lasting relationship. So it's very difficult to have a long-lasting relationship with a straight woman these days because they be in these streets. What is absolutely positively fascinating is the fact that the average lesbian has a body count of 5 or less. And that's mainly because they've either tried men to the point of redundancy, like just wanted to see if they were into them and it's like, no, this is not for me. Or they never tried men at all. And because of that, they have a much lower body count than the average straight woman. And because of that, you'll realize that it's more likely for you to meet a virgin lesbian than a virgin straight woman, which is insane, by the way. That's wild. But it's amazing, okay? Now, when I found this out as a straight man, I was like, wait a minute. Have I been doing things all wrong? Have I got the game fucked up? Are you telling me this whole time I was trying to go after straight women, but lesbians were the true holy grail? Are you fucking kidding me? Bro, when I found this out, it's like I discovered fire. And naturally, when a man finds out a valuable secret about how to increase the odds of attracting quality women, he's gonna keep it close to the chest. And that's what I did at first. But then I realized her being a lesbian in the first place means that there's a very high barrier of entry. That means not any man can do it. So I don't have a problem with letting you guys know that lesbians have a low body count, because just because you know that doesn't mean you can do anything about it. So I'm giving y'all a game so you know. You got to remember that if she has a low body count, that means you'll experience all the benefits of a low body count female. That means probably never fallen in love with a guy before. Probably never tried these type of positions with a dude before. Probably never even pair bonded with a man before, doesn't know what it's like. And it's like a blank slate. It's your canvas, which you can now paint on. And listen, just knowing that, it blew my mind. Now, some people may say, well, King's Wisdom, to be fair, just because she hadn't had sex with men, that doesn't mean that she's not had sex. She's had sex with women. I'm going to be honest, bro. I do not give a flying fadoodle. I don't care. Listen, there is a very, very distinct difference between a guy having sex with you and you getting fucked with some plastic. I'm sorry. I'm not afraid of two fingers, bro. Like, two fingers is not gonna scare me. If you can pair bond with two fingers, hats off to you, chica. But she could have 100 female bodies. It doesn't matter to me, because to me, it's no competition. Because all it is a pale imitation of the real thing to me. So her female body count is, I just don't care. You guys can care. If you care, more power to you. Maybe this is a con for you. Maybe this is a disadvantage. But for me, if she has 50 female bodies and 2 male bodies, that's prime real estate right there for me. I'm just telling you. But anyway, that is the first pro of dealing with a lesbian. The second pro, or the second benefit of dealing with a lesbian: Garden of Eden. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that even though she's dealing with you, a man, at the end of the day, she still likes girls primarily. So what does this now mean? This means that you can now become the most dynamic duo since Shaq and Kobe. And what I mean by that is you guys can go out together and hunt for women together and bring women back together and smash them together. And that's, to me, it's like a cheat code. Bro, listen, bro. Because a lot of the times you'll notice that you could never do this with a straight woman. A straight woman is gonna complain. She's gonna be like, I don't wanna do that. She's gonna try to compete with the other girl. She's gonna feel insecure. She's gonna be jealous. But the stud, the stem, the femme, she's gonna work with you. A collaborative effort. And here's the best part. If you and your lesbian manage to deal with a girl together, there is a much, much, much lower likelihood of her being jealous from you dealing with the other girl, because she wants the other girl too. Y'all both want the same thing. It's stuff like that that makes me think, like, why am I even talking to straight girls? Like, because... But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. That is another benefit of dealing with lesbians. Y'all can become a tag team, a dynamic duo. Sasuke and Naruto, Goku and Vegeta, you know what I'm saying? The third benefit, or the third advantage of dealing with a lesbian: Dikembe Mutombo. Now, that is obviously a reference to one of the greatest defensive players in NBA history, Dikembe Mutombo, who would block shots like he was fucking Captain America. Like, I don't know. You need to watch the highlight reel, okay? He even had that commercial, "Not in my house." You remember that commercial? That was him, yeah. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean simply that even though you are smashing her, the lesbian still likes women primarily. So what does that mean? She's already trained in the art of rejecting men's advances, and that is her default setting. So, where with a straight woman, you'd have to worry about her going outside, going out with her friends, going out to dinner or a drink or something. You'd worry about that because another man could take her from you. With a lesbian, you don't have to worry. Why? Because you are the exception, not the rule. Meaning she's not going out to seek other men naturally. she's going out to seek other women naturally. So you get that peace of mind in knowing that no one's gonna take her from you because even you are not supposed to be there. Listen, man, I'm sorry. Just talking about it just gets me like, lesbians are like, listen, man. I'm getting ahead of myself, but you get what I'm trying to say, bro. Like that added peace of mind of knowing that no man can take her from you just because she barely even likes men, just because of the fact that she doesn't even want men in the first place. Well, it's like it's just almost perfect. With a straight woman, checking her phone, calling her, checking her story, checking her DMs, all that, right? All that added stress because she likes men. Oh, you know? But once again, being with a lesbian in the first place is a high barrier of entry, so it's going to be very hard to get this type of benefits if you can't attract lesbians in the first place. And the fourth benefit, or the last pro of dealing with a lesbian, Butch and Sundance. Now that's obviously a reference to a 70s Western about these two bros called Butch and Sundance. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that even though y'all are smashing, she is still a lesbian. And what you'll notice is that lesbians are very, very good at being around men without being annoying. So you'll find that even though you're smashing her, she's still a bro. She's still a broski, the homie, the mans. You could chew with her, play games with her, drink with her. Like y'all could just have a grand old time because she naturally knows how to chill with niggas non-romantically. She knows how to do it without being a girl. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, I know we smashing, but what's good, my nigga? Like, you the bro. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, this shit is cool. Because a lot of the times you'll find that straight women, they don't know how to chill with a nigga. They'll want him to do something. They'll want to go out. They'll want to talk about their feelings, ask really stupid questions like, would you love me if I was a fly? You know, dumb shit. But a lesbian's gonna just chill with you. Hey, you want trying to hop on the game? Hey, yo, look at this bitch I've been fucking. She bad, ain't she? Yeah, bro. But I digress. That is yet another pro or another advantage of dealing with a lesbian. Now, remember, this video is about pros and cons. Now, the benefits, I'll admit, sound very, very attractive, very, very alluring. But you have to remember that there's a cost to everything. And so I'm going to be going over the cons of dealing with a lesbian. And you'll find that the cons are just as heavy, if not more so, than the pros. The first con, or the first disadvantage of dealing with a lesbian, balsamic vinaigrette. Now, as you can see by the way I spelled it, that was a pun. What is it referencing? The fact that even though she is smashing you, she's still gonna be dressing like a nigga. Wearing baggy jeans and snapbacks and fittage and chains and Jordans and baggy t-shirts. And it's like, can you just wear a dress once? Please? Just a romper, some leggings, just give me something. I know that you gotta keep up this image, but we already smashed. I've already seen you naked. You can't just wear a dress for me. I'm not telling you to put on no weave or no excessive makeup. Maybe just some lip gloss, some earrings, something. Just work with me, please. I would like to see how you look with all of your assets. I know what you hiding under there. You got some WMDs. I saw it. What are you doing? Just work with me. Please, work with me. But They don't give a fuck. You know, they don't care. They're just gonna keep dressing like dudes, and you know, it is what it is. You just gotta deal with it. That's just one of the cons. The next con, or the second disadvantage of dealing with a lesbian: challenge accepted. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that at the end of the day, she is still a lesbian, meaning that she is a masculine woman by default. Now, why is that an issue? Because masculine women are going to challenge you a lot. They're going to call you out your name, try you, test you, say fuck you, call you a bitch, all that extra stuff. That's really, really annoying. It's like, can you just shut up? Just be quiet. Just stop trying to outman me. You're not a man. But you have to remember that because she is attracted to women, she's gonna act like a man, think she's a man, think that she can bitch you out. And it's like, you're gonna have to constantly put her in her place every single time. And that gets annoying. Straight women do it and it's annoying. Lesbian women, they do it even more than straight women do, right? So that is another con that you're gonna have to deal with her constantly trying to make you a sucker. And it's really not attractive at all. But you knew that when you signed up for this, right? You knew that already. The third consequence, or the third disadvantage of dating a lesbian: Cat 22. That is a reference to the book Catch 22, a great book. You should read it. But what do I mean by that? I mean, she's a lesbian. She likes women. She likes you. You're a man. But she's a lesbian. She likes women. But she likes you. But you're a man. But she's lesbian. So you're like, and you see, it just, there's a break in the logical wheel. You are a glitch in the matrix. You're an exception. You're not supposed to be here. The mere fact that she finds you sexually attractive is fucking up her mind, because it's making her question everything that she thought she knew. She already thought that she figured out. I don't like men. I prefer women. I don't want men. I don't want a relationship with men. I just want women. But you came along and fucked up her whole perspective. And now she's struggling with the crisis of identity. Do I really like women? Or am I just using it as a crutch because I don't want to deal with men? Or maybe I do like men. I don't know. And so what you'll find from this crisis that she's having internally is that she'll start to switch up her behaviors. She'll be affectionate with you, and then the next time you see her, she's cold and distant, and she keeps switching hot and cold, and you're just like, bro, what are you doing? It's because she doesn't even know what she wants anymore. You fucked up the whole system. You're a bug, a glitch. You shouldn't be here, but you are here. So now she has to deal with the consequences of what that means for her sexuality. And it can be very difficult to build any type of long, sustainable relationship because she doesn't even know if she likes you. And the fourth consequence, or the last disadvantage of dating a lesbian: heroin addiction. Now, I'm not talking about the drug. I'm talking about the fact that at the end of the day, as I've mentioned time and time again throughout this video, she is a lesbian. She does prefer women. So what you'll notice is that over time, she'll make the decision that women are easier. Women is what she knows. You brought too much change into her life. You have brought too much volatility in her life. She doesn't really know what she's doing anymore because of her attraction to you. So she's going to just decide to opt out and go back to what's familiar, which is women. Now, is this cowardly? Sure, but she's a woman. Women are cowardly by nature. So you can't really blame her. All you can do is take it on the chin and accept it and know that You tried it, she liked it, but she thinks that it's just better for her to be with what she knows. And obviously, if you built a bond with her, this can be something that really hurts and it's really painful, but you had to know that this was always a possibility going in. Remember, she was a lesbian when you met her. Just because you slipped through the cracks doesn't mean that she's going to change her whole identity for you. Now, that's not to say that it's not possible. It is. But for you to do that, for you to shift her entire fucking orientation, it's a lot of work, a lot of investment, a lot of time, a lot of money. It's a lot of a lot. And if you are not really that invested, there's no point. You just let her go back to what she knows, accept it for what it was, a good, fun time, and you move on. Maybe date a straight woman now. Now, I just want to close out by saying that I'm not saying that you shouldn't deal with a lesbian if she shows interest in you, and I'm not saying that you should. I have done it at least 4 times, and mixed reviews. I liked some of them was more trouble than they were worth, but I'm never going to tell you what you should and should not do. I'm just going to tell you the results. So if you are in a situation where you find that a lesbian is showing interest in you and it's damn near impossible to ignore or deny, you now are armed with the knowledge of the pros and cons of it, and you can make an informed decision. Do I want to go down this path? What's the likelihood that she stays with me or goes back to women? Is it even worth it? Do I just want to try it just because why not? These are questions that you have to ask yourself. I myself, to be honest, I'm probably going to do it a few more times because some of those pros, bro, some of those benefits they're good. Okay, they're amazing. So I'm probably going to do it a few more times, but I'm not telling you to do it. It's up to you, bro. But that's it for today, guys. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm King's Wisdom. Got merch, link in description. Follow me on Instagram and YouTube. You're welcome.